EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Austin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Stewart sets to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Stewart. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Stewart on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total. It made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Stewart. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The numbers for Green in last week's ball game. 8 catches, 107 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Stewart to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
On 2nd down now. It's low. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Austin. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
2nd down, here's Stewart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
when they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Austin to throw on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Stewart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Now Stewart, 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really try his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Back to throw. Stewart. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Off the play fake. Austin. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Austin. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Austin. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now the rookie's free. The 30. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Stewart. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 3rd down, Rosenthal. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Austin. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Austin. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Austin looking deep for Bennett. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Bengals score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Stewart. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes the field general. Back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. Is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do, we'll do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Austin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length, Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hey, we're going to do what we do. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
This is caught. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Browns set to take over. And looking at this situation.
Too safe? This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. 1st down now with that clock rolling. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. From the gun, it's Stewart. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Stewart now to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Austin over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's Austin. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The Bills seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bulls looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass chance to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Stewart. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 48-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
2nd and 16.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line brings up second down.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Stewart on 3rd down. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Here's Stewart operating from the gun. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Austin now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Stewart looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Stewart. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Stewart. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw is Austin. To throw on 2nd down. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive there. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 36. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stewart. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Austin. He finds his man. Complete. That's low. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, Haskins, a nice move at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Stewart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The ball is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Stewart. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Austin looking to throw on second down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Austin. He finds his man, complete. It's low. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Austin. He'll go underneath here to his running back. Catch is made. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Looking to throw, Austin. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Come on now, let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's low. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's low. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. From the gun, touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives him a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the Browns getting set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable, and both of them came together.
So for the Browns, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.